Hello, this is session 1 of 4 of Urban Shadows, the Forsaken Metropolis. Urban Shadows is a game of supernatural politics using Power by the Apocalypse. And we are here with the Gauntlet. We will have a tone discussion in case you, in the assumed the assumed premise is that the game is dark, but I am rather flexible with what can or cannot be done. I have nothing prepped, so if you guys want to suggest anything, feel free to. Keep in mind the X card is on the table, so everyone knows what the X card means, right? All right, so X here, type X, or just say X card if you feel uncomfortable in a way that you don't want to be. So let's continue with our tone discussion. The general premise is that the game will be dark. So we can also discuss like what's off the table outright. Does anyone have any lines or veils? Lines or veils being veil is fade to black stuff. Line is hard. We do not go there. Who wants to start with veils, if any?
I guess, okay, if I start?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm okay with there being some sexual violence in the outside of the story or in someone's background, but I'd prefer it be veiled if anything happens in the course of the narrative. That's all right.
Yes, that is all right. Any lines that should not be crossed? A common one is violence to children or animals. I don't expect that will happen, but we can line it or veil it if you guys want. But remember the X card is in place, so we can X card whatever we need to. Just anything. I will post the character sheets now, so you can look at that.
I do want to say I have a hard line on animal suffering and torture. Just
Okay.
All
right.
I mean, a werewolf is different than an animal, though. I just want to clarify.
All right, that makes sense. All right, that's yeah. So hard line on animal cruelty. So, all right. So, we've already started looking at characters. We have John is playing the wizard, and Jesse is playing the tainted. I would like to have at least one character per faction. However, I can like make the presence of one faction more prominent if we are low on that faction, because again, it's Urban Shadows, and the level up system relies on having characters of different factions. So Rory and Zach and Kate, what playbooks are you looking at? Also, keep in mind that Dark Streets is available. So if you want to choose from those, that's fine. I'm not sure about the Dragon or the Immortal, but if you guys are fine with that, then I can be fine with that as well. But yeah, they're still, keep in mind that they're still in playtest technically, so yeah. Let's see. Do either of Rory remember to unmute yourself when you're talking, and then remute yourself.
Yeah, I can mute my headset, so you don't need to mute me. I'll just do.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So I'll keep myself muted when I'm not talking. So I was interested in the Revenant, which is from Dark Streets.
Cool. Sure. Go ahead.
So I don't know what other people have a power, and what's the other one?
Mortality. Well,
Okay,
no,
so
actually, we have a power, a wild, a night with you, and then a mortality. Mortality would be the last one remaining.
okay.
I'll take the hunter then.
All right, cool. In that case, Kate, you are free to pick from whatever playbook hasn't been chosen.
I think I'm gonna do an aware.
Cool. All right. So let's. Does anyone need help with character creation, or can everyone follow the directions? Like, not to be mean or anything. It's just trying to. Sorry, Oof, brain. But if you need help with character creation, please let me know. All right.
I did all the character creation stuff already. I just had 2 questions. Do you start with any corruption stuff? Or
No, you don't.
and then the other was the debts. Is that other PCs or is that NPCs or both? Okay.
But we want to do that with the rest of the.
Yeah, it's a kind of like bonds type.
Yeah. But unlike bonds, you can have them with NPCs as well. But it's encouraged to have them with both, especially to include the party and stuff. So, all right. Revenant is night, not wild, which I know there was a previous version that said it was wild, but it's actually night.
Okay. I'm just looking at the Dark Streets. Is that like a typo? The
Um,
Dark Streets one?
yeah, it should have the one that says that it's night. Yeah, it says member of night.
Okay. Is there anything else I should know about, or is that the only thing they changed?
I think that was a typo. So yeah,
Okay. I mean,
I think
it
that's
seemed
the
like they
only
fit
thing.
more in a night anyway. I thought it was weird them being wild, but you know.
Yeah, it's because they're actually night. They updated the PDF file afterwards. So um let's see. Lots of people who murder, apparently, due to the hunter, the revenant, and the tainted. High blood, high blood. So let me talk a bit about the city, which, yes, it's going to be a little bit because apart from the fact that the outside world does not know anything about it, it's not fleshed out at all. It doesn't even have a name. So we'll do that as we after character creation or during character creation. We can flesh that out as we go. But the main premise is that this is a city that most people don't know about. And by most people, I mean everyone outside of it.
So how does that affect like NPCs and stuff? Like if we're supposed to have ties to other characters, like NPC wise.
The NPCs will be from the city itself.
Okay. Okay.
And we can even discuss what makes the city like forgotten by everyone else. Like, yeah. So, yeah. By the way, the role for your party room is in the NPC tab, mainly because I wanted to put it somewhere where it didn't interfere with everything else, so I just put it there. And there's already a 6 in the table. Not an actual miss because the game hasn't even started yet. Hasn't even started yet, so.
Hey Maria, the Revenant, are their factions the same? So I have on my sheet, because I imagine their factions are probably different if they changed. So mine is mortality -2, and the rest are 1s. Is that what?
I think that's correct.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Okay.
Because it is not a very mortal friendly playbook, if I
Yeah, I would
if
imagine
that makes
not.
sense. Let me look at the Revenant. It is correct.
Okay.
You get a +1, and
Yeah,
to
I
be
know.
fair, and those change over play because of the end of session move and other stuff.
So we have, all right, I'm just looking at our current factions here. Let's see.
All right. Also, let me know when you guys are done so we can start with character introductions. All right. Trying to figure out where the noise is coming from, but whatever. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait, never mind. Um, Zach, the corruption move is actually in the drama moves section of your character sheet. So if you look at the hunter, it would be when you injure a mortal while pursuing the supernatural mark corruption. Because it's weird because the drama move corruption move is what is your starting out how to get more corruption move, and then there are actual corruption moves which you get once you hit like 5 corruption every time you hit 5 corruption. So it could have been worded better, but it's fine how it is. Oh, which leads me to everyone should be aware of what triggers their corruption move, because corruption, it's the thing. Intimacy moves happen when you share a moment of intimacy, so that happens whenever that happens. And then end moves are when you die or retire. Some are when you just die or when you just retire, but yeah. Oh, lovely. The wizard corruption move. It would work so well with the tainted in play.
Yeah, I already made my choices on his character, so I'm just copying stuff over.
All right, cool.
It'd be an awful lot of typing if I couldn't copy and paste.
Kate, you seem done as well. You made it. I am going to unmute you, so how do I unmute you? I can't. Can you unmute yourself? That try reconnecting? I'm so sorry. How do I unmute? Wow.
Does he have the little drop down arrow on his picture box if you put your mouse over it?
Yeah, I see it. It just grayed out and I can't click it.
Oh.
Oh, she was talking to someone. Okay. I'm guessing. Like, she seems done with her character, I think, so I will ask her though. Uh, Kate, are you done with your character?
Yes, mostly they just don't have a name.
Well, apart from the name, yeah. Name is always the hardest part.
Yeah, I have
Is there-
everything else though.
Is there a place you want us to put look or like a picture or anything?
Oh, let me put a picture board somewhere, I guess. I was not thinking about that, but that is a good thing to have. Let me current schedule for second travel. More gold drawings. Shareable link. Edit.
What side do you want?
Right.
Why
it
is
is.
hash brown? Thank you.
There. Give a white background. Okay. I shared the link to the drawing in the chat if you guys want to use it for pictures. All right. So let me see. Let me organize myself first of all. Does Papa Alejandro have a last name? Okay, cool.
Sure, we'll just say Sans. Keep it simple.
All right. All right. And I think we're just waiting on the custom weapons from Zach, right? And name, but all right. If you don't mind, we can start character introductions, or do you want us to wait a little bit more?
Give me a second. It'll be
Okay.
quick.
Cool.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's good if you want to pay attention.
Hey, how did you do your caption with the like background like that? Because mine looks crappy.
All right. I think you have to go to fill color, solid. There we
Oh,
go.
okay, good. Good enough.
All right.
Exactly what she said.
I will stretch this picture a bit more, hopefully. Little by little. All right. I'm loving this party already. At least the pictures. All right.
You don't know how hard it was to find a picture like that that wasn't completely filthy. So I hope you appreciate the effort.
I know, right? Then again, mm, mm, mm. I was gonna say like I wasn't gonna show that the image board to anyone other than this group. So, but I still don't know whether anyone else would appreciate just finding, just looking at completely filthy pictures. So yes, good that you had that in mind. All right. Still waiting on those. Hmm. Mm. My my favorite part about the about the hunters, how their moves are so simple. Like you you have like the whole big text of the call and the other moves, and then you have when you keep your cool on a hunt, roll with blood instead of spirit. When you inflict harm, increase the harm by 1. So yeah.
Okay, it's good to have simple characters like that sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. It's not. I wasn't saying it to make fun of anyone. It's just that I just found it interesting how we have a the Slayer description, and then a whole block of blank, and then deadly description, and a whole block of blank because all the other moves have more than that.
Yeah.
Right. And we just need a name from you, Zach, and you're done.
Hey Maria, I put my email address in the chat.
Yeah,
if you
I
need
saw.
to invite me. Okay, cool.
All right. I will invite you to the one that's here.
Yeah, like I went into Firebase to see what my email address is, and I can't find it. Like I don't know what it has for me. I have no idea. So
it's supposed to have Gmail.
I would like it to. I can't edit it. Firebase is not very user friendly.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you're on G+.
Yeah, I am.
Because okay, are you following me?
I think you followed me. I think I saw that message come up. I don't remember if I followed you back or not.
Yeah, because
I would. I don't know if I did.
maybe that's why. I'm not sure.
Okay. Let me see.
I'm not entirely sure because I did. I'm trying to find you. I don't know.
Yeah, let me see. I remember seeing a message about that. I had to figure out how to. I'll figure it out.
All right. In any case, we are now set with all characters, right? All right. Let's start with the first one on the character sheet. John, tell us about Papa Alejandro Sanz, not to be confused with the singer-songwriter.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so Papa Alejandro has a small magic store, so he kind of like decks himself out with, he has a little bracelet that looks like it's covered in like small chicken bones, and he has a necklace that has like a small skull on it, so he kind of like really plays into the image. And so that's how why he goes by the name Papa Alejandro, because everyone, Santeria, voodoo, he kind of plays into that. But mostly he knows that it's all BS, but he actually knows the real magic behind it. So knowing that, he is the wizard, and let's see, I got the picture up there. He's kind of easygoing. He has a small shop is right attached to his little house. He's been in the city for a long time, and those that know that more supernatural side of him, know that he has an assistant that is actually the ghost of his brother, who they were actually trying to get magic together, and his brother died when it happened.
Very Full Metal Alchemist, I might say.
Yeah.
Zach, tell us about Amanda Lee, which may be another singer name, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, so Amanda Lee, she is a early, maybe like college age kid, and she has like teenage, early, like young adult problems, but she also has problems with like slaying demons and stuff like that. So Buffy-ish, I guess, would be probably like the main inspiration, but more brutal. I would say a little bit more violent. She lives in an apartment. Her parents own some sort of a restaurant, I would say, and I think what's interesting is that she has her headquarters, or like her like safe house under her parents' restaurant. So it's like kind of like a good cover because like everything that's going on up there, she her headquarters up down there. I think she becomes a hunter because she witnessed some sort of a like I feel like her friend was killed by some sort of like the otherworldly supernatural being that she hasn't really like figured out yet. And so that kind of like drove her to into like hunting. So yeah, that's Amanda.
All right. I will go to questions later. Rory, can you tell us about Victor?
Sure. So Victor was a sex worker. He was a professional, like submissive for high wealth, high power clients. One of whom strangled him to death. And so he woke up in the river, and now he's out for revenge.
All right. Do you have your 3 members of your call? Or not
Yes.
3 members, but like the 3 people you're hunting?
Yeah, so essentially the way I envision it is he's piecing together memories of his past, so he remembers 3 of the clients that he worked with, and he wants to,
All right.
I
And
put them
then
in the character sheet, the names.
All right, cool. I will try to find it late. Oh, okay. So a man Claiborne, a woman Dolores, and another man Venables. Okay. And your demon, can you Damon to
Yeah, so
differentiate
the
from the
demon. Yeah, so the demon is like this spectral mastiff that appears, and it helps him out when he needs help with stuff. It's actually his childhood pet that has now come back to help him.
Cool. All right. Questions later. Jesse, tell us about Augustine
Okay.
or Gus.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, you are unmuted.
Great. So Augustine, or Gus, he goes by Gus, looks to be in his late 30s, early 40s. He is in fact much older than that. He was born in North Africa in the 6th century, but migrated his way north to Italy and Rome, where he was a priest and a bureaucrat in the in the Roman Church. This was before the Roman Church was the entire Western Church, but and at some point during his mortal lifetime, he became the client of this patron demon. Figure we can work out and play exactly what it was he did for me. I'm not sure, but
do you have a name?
yes, I do. So the patron's name is Stolas, and in general, his sort of like area is poison, herbs, and precious stones. So I think it's some combination of wealth and murder that Stolas gave to me, and in return, and also eternal life, or if not eternal, at least very long life. And in return, sorry, I did not write this part down. I meant to. In return, what I do for him is, take a look at what the choices are and remember what I wanted. And in return, what I do for him is deliver threats and messages and broker demonic contracts. To that end, I have basically been some form of lawyer or bureaucrat for the past, I don't know when this is set, but over 1,000 years. And I'm currently working at a law firm. My human look, I still look, North African, Mediterranean, kind of olive skin, brown eyes, dark hair, but super corporate, right? Very slick, very stylish, but very sort of, but not loud, is sort of the look. My demon form is, so Stolas, I like this. I forget how I found this, but Stolas is, one of his forms is a crowned owl with long legs. So I decided to make my form sort of owlish. As you can see from the image there, this demon form, I become shorter. If I'm normally sort of like a medium height, medium build person, I probably say, 5'8", 160 pounds, 170 pounds. I shorten and broaden. I don't get a full owl head, but there's like feather tufts, if you can think of almost horns, but feathery tufts, not like sharp horns. And big, broad owl wings out the back. My hands can become clawed. And my eyes sort of become a deep, like a solid black. And I think the two things that you can sort of see about, and see about me, like even sort of through my human form, is that I have a predator's eyes, and when I smile, even like at a joke or in a happy situation, it's more like I'm, showing my teeth than I'm really like sharing in happy camaraderie.
Okay. Kate, tell us about London.
London is essentially like the gossip girl of the supernatural world. She does a blog and podcast that's all about the most recent gossip that's happening in the unnatural community. She is in everyone's business. And kind of because she's in everyone's business, she knows too many secrets to make her viable to kill. Like she'll most likely like leave behind a horrible blog post that only shows up if she hasn't posted in a week, and will reveal how shitty everyone is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I am going to do a thing now in reverse order. So starting with London, I'm going to steal this from 13th Age, and I've mentioned this in Slack, but the question is, they are, and it's basically the one unique thing. So we all know that there are many vampires, werewolves, and whatever of your archetype. But I want to know what makes your character specifically the quintessential of that archetype. So let's start with London. What makes you the quintessential aware?
A lot of aware have a habit of like super falling in love with the unnatural and getting into super abusive, really unhealthy relationships. London has never done that, nor does she ever intend to. She's not afraid of the supernatural, though, even though she should be.
Fair enough. Let's go with Gus. What makes you the tainted instead of a tainted?
So I think it is, there are a lot of people in a lot of places who have made deals with demons, who have sold their souls for something. What puts me apart from them and makes me even more that is that I have, trying to figure out the way to phrase this, like my particular relationship with my patron is such that I don't just represent him, but I am his hand in this world. He can appear, he can't do anything, or he could, but he doesn't do anything except through me. And that he has other like little demons and people he can call on, but I'm his marshal in this world.
All right, let's go to Victor. What makes you the Revenant? Rory?
Yeah, sorry. So the Revenant gets its power from how many and how deep the list of grievances is. And Victor's list of grievances is a fairly sprawling web of people that need to be dealt with. So that's really the reason why he's the most powerful Revenant, is because he has a long list of people that need to be dealt with.
All right. Let's go to Amanda. Why are you the Hunter?
I think she's really, I think she's up and coming. Like she's like in the block, you know, like she's a little bit, but she's garnered a lot of attention by her. Like we were approached.
Sorry, you're cutting off. What were you saying?
I think she's the hunter because she is kind of like the up and coming hunter. I guess there's like a lot of like the past hunters that the cities had have kind of like come and gone. They're like retired or something like that, and so like she has a lot of new approaches to hunting demons, I guess. And she's young, and yeah, she's lived in the city like all of her life, but and so she kind of knows it really well. I guess that's it. I guess that's why she's the hunter.
All right. And Alejandro, why are you the wizard?
Alejandro is the wizard because he wants to be the wizard. He makes a big, everyone else is like, we have this magic, it needs to be kept as a private thing. And he's like, no, come to my magic shop. I'll sell you whatever, potions and whatever else you need. And, so he kind of stands out because he doesn't try to hide away from it.
All right. Let's do depths now. Let's start with, again, Alejandro. Let me go to the wizard's stats on my character sheet thing. Someone is helping you keep your demons at bay. You owe them a debt. Who is it?
Who is helping me keep my demons at bay? And again, are we looking at for people in the party, or are we recreating new people
Either
for this, or either or? Okay.
I will put the already established NPCs on the NPC list. So your brother was named what again?
David.
And we have David's sons. We have the 3 people in the call, and we have the demon. Well, the 2 demons.
Someone is helping me keep my demons at bay. I'm going to start with my brother. You know,
Right.
if that's okay.
Okay. Is he younger?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I will do that. Let me ask the next person on the list, who is Amanda, I believe. Amanda. Someone has enlisted you to protect them from something very dangerous. They owe you a debt.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Someone was supposed to be protection or something. I think. I don't know. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I have a question for Jesse's Gus. I want to know. I guess where I'm trying to go with this is maybe I want to know what your relationship is with your patron. Is it like a good relationship, or is it like are you buddy buddy? Are you I don't know.
I think at this point, I'm loyal.
You're loyal. Okay.
I am loyal. I think that like something interesting that could happen in this story is some of that loyalty could be pushed, right? Like, and I think setting up debts that push that loyalty might be interesting. But like at this stage, I think I'm I'm out here doing his work without too many compunctions.
Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. Okay. Is it possible to get back to me, Maria? I'm sorry.
Sure, that's fine. Next one was Victor. Do you give your dog a name?
His name is Malcolm.
Malcolm? Okay.
Yep. Malcolm the Mastiff.
All right. Let's go to the Dark Streets playbooks. And someone mourned your death truly and deeply. You owe them a debt.
I kind of want this to be one of the PCs, so I'm just looking through to see who makes the most sense.
You can also ask them.
Yeah, I mean, because of the life that Victor lived before his death, I kind of want to be careful about who I rope into that. So I kind of feel like the aware would make maybe the most sense here. I don't know, because what do you think, Kate?
Sorry, what did he do in his previous life before he
So I was
was
like
a sex worker, right?
Yeah, right. So I would potentially have information for your thing, right? For your blog.
And you're back from the dead?
Correct.
Do you want to be my ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, I mean that's fine with me.
It's also okay if
Fine with
not.
you.
I just think it's funny that she's like, I don't love supernaturals. Oh, but that guy.
Right. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's adds an interesting dimension because oftentimes you don't think about sex workers having like real relationships, you know? So that's
But
kind of
they're people,
interesting.
and they should.
Right, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, so we'll make that be London
Yeah.
and
Who was who what?
So, yeah. So London, you mourned Victor's death.
Totally did.
And I owe you a debt.
And I already put that in on debts here.
Okay, cool.
So Gus, I will go up to the question in that one. You're protecting someone from a dark power. They owe you 2 debts.
So after that like little conversation with Zach before, I'm actually thinking what happens if I'm trying to think about how this would work in the fiction, but like I like the idea of me watching out for the hunter for Amanda, and I think it doesn't seem to me, tell me if I'm right about this, like it doesn't seem to me that Amanda herself would have approached me, but I'm wondering if, I don't know if we want to create this NPC or like we could use a pre-existing NPC, one of her parents maybe, or someone came to me and said, you know, a hunt went wrong. You got the attention of a dark power, and now we'd like you to look out for her.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like my focus on like I feel like one of my like the bigger mission or like the project that I'm working on is really like surveilling your patron, you know. So I was thinking maybe
Well, that's a fun piece of dramatic irony then, right?
I know
that
exactly.
You're going after me while someone's hired me to protect you.
Sure. Yeah. And so I don't know if I'm aware that you have a patron or you're a tainted, because that could make it interesting, because I'm trying to help as many people as possible to stay away from him, and so maybe I have a clue. I don't know, but I do like that idea that what's that? Sorry.
Like so maybe the way we work this is someone has hired me to protect you from this dark power that you've angered in your hunt. But meanwhile, in daylight, in normal time, like you break shit and you hurt people, and not always on purpose. So you need a lawyer. And I'm also your lawyer.
Yeah.
Or is that a little too silly?
I think maybe not a lawyer in like a traditional sense. Maybe you advocate for me within like the extrajudicial system of like just like navigating through like the social ecosystem of like this mess that we're in, I guess.
But it's like a kind of pro bono thing that my firm has to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like you have like enough power like social capital and social power for you to, you know, like help me without be like super explicit, you know.
And we can flesh out some of the details of how that works as we play.
Sure, I'm into that.
All right, Amanda, you're aware. Someone told you their secrets and you haven't told anyone about them yet. They owe you 2 debts.
Sorry, do you mean me, not Amanda?
Yes. Sorry. Yes. London. Sorry.
It's okay. I was like, I feel like that's my debt.
Yeah, that is your debt. I'm sorry. I am.
Oh, which one of you horrible people do I have secrets on?
I feel like all of them, but that's not the question.
I think it's gonna have to be Gus.
All right. You have 2 debts on Gus.
I've done too many horrible things. It's true.
I need to know about them that's worth 2 debts because I haven't told anybody. And do you know how much like self-restraint that takes?
Yeah. So what are they? Do we need to decide that right now?
I would rather find out and play because we have like to go through that quickly so we can take a break and get into play. If that's okay with you guys. Unless you want to... I don't want to super rush it either.
No, if you think about them, just pop them into the chat so that
yeah,
I
that's
know
a
how
good
to bring
idea.
them up and play because it's a debt I need to call on.
Yeah.
So,
all right, and I will go with the other way around. So, London, someone thinks they're protecting you, but it's really more like you're protecting them. You owe each other a debt.
Yeah. That is Papa Alejandro. He thinks he has all the answers. It's cute.
And then Alejandro has one on you as well.
Yeah, he's trying to help.
All right, let's go to Gus. Someone is trying to save you and it keeps suffering for it. You owe them 2 debts.
Who saves people here? I feel like I want to take this to Victor, and I think it happened. I think I was. I think the night Victor came out of the river. Like overwhelmed with anger and rage, and maybe not entirely like coherent or conscious. He came upon me.
Do you see me nodding? Yes,
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Right. Right. You know, he interfered in a battle that was going poorly for me. I was out doing a job for my patron that went bad, and the contract was not signed, and I had to take care of that. And it turned bad, and Victor stumbled in, and not with any real intention. He didn't know what was going on, but he got that guy and not me. And so I owe him a debt.
All right. So Victor has 2 debts on Gus. And let's go back to Victor. You have someone tried to get justice for your murder, but failed to lay your soul to rest. They owe you a debt.
I think I want this to be Amanda, and I have a reason for that. So I've already answered some of my questions on my own, and I have her doing stuff. Amanda's the one that found Victor in the river. She's the hunter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Amanda
go with
seems
that.
like somebody who would be out for getting justice for people.
Sure.
All right.
I'm into that.
And now back to Amanda. Do you have an answer for the question you were thinking of?
I don't, but I have a question for other. I mean, an answer for other questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So even though the friendship keeps bringing you trouble, they owe you a debt. I kind of want I want Kate's character to London to want us to be friends for some reason. I think it would be cute because I feel like we are living this like I don't know. What else do you do besides you blog? How
I get
old
paid
are
for
you?
it. I think she's like 24, 25. She's probably a little bit too young and ballsy to be in the unnatural world. Maybe we're roommates.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I'm into that because I feel like we're I don't know, like we're both just like regular like human, I guess, but in like in the not really, you know. We have this. I feel like my relationship with you, because you have all these like information about these like I don't know, like weird supernatural things, kind of like keep dragging me into it, whether I like it or not. So it's like a love and hate thing. Maybe just like being roommates is hard. We're trying to like navigate through boundaries of like I don't know, like just trying to like function as roommates, but also like having this like connection with like the whole thing. So
I'm trying really hard not to be one of the Scooby Gang. It's very hard.
You know what's interesting? Sorry to jump in here, but so if you guys are roommates, that means that Amanda would have known Victor, at least tangentially, right? So that kind of justifies maybe she went to go find
my boyfriend's missing.
Wanda.
Go get him.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
All right. Let's go to Papa Alejandro again. And then the last round of that's someone is your go-to when you get into trouble. You owe them 2 debts.
I think Amanda would probably be the most obvious, but I kind of want to go towards either Victor or Gus. Do you think that would fit either of your characters?
I do like to punch people.
And I am a problem solver.
Me too.
I think like 3 of the 4 or 5 characters are like to punch people. So yes.
How about let's go with Gus.
Right. So you owe Gus 2.
Yes.
1. Last round. You are helping someone keep a dangerous secret. They owe you a debt.
Oh boy. Anybody have a dangerous secret they want me to help them keep?
We can come back to that one.
All right.
All right. And then we have Amanda. Someone keeps you equipped and supplied. You owe them 2 debts.
Here, let's see. I feel like I'm trying to look for someone who let me check. So okay, just backtrack a little bit. So I found Victor's body, right? Is that right? Okay, cool. And you know, since I don't have anything with Papa Alejandro, I feel like maybe I would like that. relation like that for some reason you are helping me with my venture.
He does own a store of magic stuff.
There you go. Yeah. What do you think, Papa?
That works for me. I have relics and an apothecary, so.
All right. And do you want to enlist him for, or do you have an answer for the first one?
You're breaking up, Maria.
Oh, sorry. Do you have an answer for the first one?
I don't know. Can someone help me with this?
What was it again?
Yeah,
Someone has enlisted. Someone has enlisted you to protect them from something very dangerous. They owe you a debt.
Well, it can't really be Victor, so I'm taking myself out of that.
Why not? Why not Alejandro's brother?
Yeah, sure.
Make it
Kind
an
of NPCs, yeah.
That's still tied tightly to one of the PCs.
I'm into that. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
who's that? What's his name?
David.
David. Yeah, I put him in. Victor, you actually have 2 extra. Oh wait, no, that's your
That is
demon.
my demon. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone has already come to rely on you on your powers. Ask them what you need. You feel they owe you 2 debts.
Okay, so this sounds like it needs to be another PC. So I want to suggest Papa Alejandro for this. What would Victor be able to do for the wizard?
What was the debt again?
Papa Alejandro has come to rely on Victor and his powers. Victor fills a unique need, and it's just really what would that be?
Let's see. What do? You go into battle. You destroy stuff
and places. Maybe there's a tax assessor's office that you need to get disappeared.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you run into the wrong thing, and you need somebody strong to be there. So,
do you think people would borrow stuff from you and not return it?
Oh, absolutely.
So I could get stuff back for you.
Yep.
Okay, I think that works. So kind of like a knee breaker enforcer sort of a character. Okay, that works.
All right. The one on Gus is you have a demon patron who holds the contract for your soul. You owe them 3 debts.
Yeah, that is Stolas. My
All right,
demon patron of poison, herbs, and precious stones.
I will go back to London. You're leveraging dirt you have on someone to get their help with something. You owe them a debt.
That's hard. I think it's Amanda.
What's the question again?
I'm leveraging dirt I have on you to make you do something I want.
Ooh. I like it. It sounds our roommate friendship situation sounds super messy. I'm into it.
It's not toxic at all. It's cool.
It's not.
Super healthy.
This is not Monster Hearts, you know.
Yeah, but like London totally went to high school in a Monster Hearts situation.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for her to break those habits.
I know, right? All right. That's all the debts. Let's take a 5-minute break. And then we'll get started. All right. All right. Whenever you guys are ready. Once Kate and Jesse are here, I want to ask a quick question. Kate, you there? Right. Is everyone here, or is we're waiting for Kate? So, well, let's give her 2 more minutes, and then we'll hard start at. Oh, never mind. She's there. So what is the secret is that the police of commissioner is under contract by Stolas. What's her name?
Let's call her Allison Chambers.
Allison Chambers. And guess what? She's dead. Tell us how you find out. Gus.
How do I find out
that she's dead?
Uh,
Not how she died, but like, how do you know that she's dead?
Right. I think I get a phone call. But when I pick it up, the voice isn't just coming from the receiver. No. This is much better. An owl lands on my shoulder and whispers in my ear.
All right.
That the police commissioner's contract is now voided as she has died, and we no longer have a direct hold over the head of the police department. And yeah.
All right. So what do you do?
So
hold that thought. I will go back. I will go to London, since you would be the next one to find out. You get like, I'm guessing you get like, how do you find out about supernatural stuff?
Mostly Twitter.
All right, because you get a tweet that says that the police commissioner has been murdered.
Is it on the news? Like, is this big news?
Yeah. So I'm guessing everyone will find out eventually. So.
Oh.
Or it's not big news that she's been murdered, but it's like she's found dead. But then you know that she's probably been murdered by supernatural bullshit. So.
I'm gonna. Oh, does Amanda sleep like normal hours, or is she awake at like stupid o'clock?
I would say the latter. I think she's a bat in that sense, that sleeps during the day and up all night.
What does she do at night when she's not hunting?
Maybe she helps out her parents' restaurant, like down the street. I don't know, like waiting tables there.
All right, so I'm gonna go find Amanda and get an escort to go find out what happened to this dead woman. If it's interesting, then I'll stay.
All right, let's. I guess let's have that scene. London, you meet up with Amanda in the restaurant, and
we have to go. You should unwaitress, and we should go.
Sorry. Hello.
yeah,
I think you're breaking up. Yeah,
Wow.
you're breaking up.
Is it any better? No.
Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay. I can hear now.
I think the problem's on your end, Zach.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
hearing any breakup except for you.
Yeah, you're the only one who's breaking up for us.
All right. Let me.
Lower bandwidth? Maybe.
How am I now? Am I doing okay? Can y'all listen to me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Or at least I
Okay.
can. All right. So let's start from the beginning. Right.
Amanda, can you like, I don't know, not be a waitress? We have to go.
I'm imagining me a couple of customers just like on the table, and I'm just like this can't, like I have the house is full tonight. Like my parents have been wanting me to like help them. Hey, what's up? This better be good.
So I guess these people are at a table beside us, and I enjoy that because it delights me. The police commissioner has been murdered. We should go.
So, like, what does that mean? Like, is there anything like weird about the murder? What am I supposed to care?
Can you just like trust me and remember what I do for a living that is not waiting tables?
Okay, and so I took off my like waiting like apron and I was doing the front of the house, and I was like, Mom, I owe you this one. I'll get back. I'll work double hours, whatever, next week, but I have to go.
She looks at you
Again,
weird.
and I threw, and then so I threw. Sorry.
She looks at you weird, but she won't stop you.
Okay, and then I guess we rushed out through the door.
All right.
Okay.
So, let's go to. I'm gonna say since Victor is pretty much Papa Alejandro's knee breaker, you're both in the same place, which is the shop. If that's okay with you guys. How do you find out about the murder?
I'm not sure. How would I find out about a murder? How recent are we talking? Like it happened right now or
Overnight.
overnight?
Yeah.
I would probably say, just like catch it on the radio or something.
All right.
Keep it simple.
All right, cool. How much do you care? And notice the question is not do you care or not. It's just how much do you care?
He's come into the shop and like looking for things to ward off bad spirits. Apparently he thought some kind of demon was after him or something. So it was like, oh geez, that guy was one of our customers. It's not so great. Or she was one of my customers. That's not so great.
Victor, you're there. How do you respond?
I think Victor's first concern was this person on his list? Because
No.
he doesn't really. What's that?
As far as you know, Allison Chambers was not on your list.
Okay, so then he doesn't give a shit. I mean, that's how it boils down to. On the list, yes, he cares. Otherwise, no. That's pretty much it.
That makes sense.
Actually, his other question is, did I do it?
You might
have forgotten.
I don't know. Do you do? Oh, yeah. You might have forgotten. Okay.
Did you kill her?
So
his concern is very low. We'll put it that way.
All right. So let's go back to the what do you do on Gus?
So I think the first thing I do, I sit, I think for a moment. I make a quick call to police headquarters to let them know. Where was she found? Was she found at home? Was she found?
Home.
She was found at home. All right.
Yeah.
So I make a quick call to a contact at police headquarters, just to let them know that I'm on my way, and that I'm going to suggest to them that they let me in. We'll see what happens when we get there. And I call Papa Alejandro.
All right.
And I say, maybe a few hours have passed because he seems to have found out on the news next morning. I say, I don't even introduce myself. I say, Alejandro, you heard about Commissioner Chambers' death?
I have.
I give him the address and I say, meet me there in a half hour. Meet me there in a half hour. I think someone with your skills could be helpful in figuring out what happened.
Okay.
All right.
You want the whole deal, the chicken blood and everything, or?
Don't fuck with me. Whatever works.
Okay, just the essentials.
All right. So we cut to London and Amanda. You are at the scene, which is the blocked off scene, which is the commissioner's home. And of course, it's blocked off by red tape and all that stuff that police usually do when someone has been killed or found dead in their home. What do you do?
I'm just trying to pull up a basic move sheet. What's the rate an area to make it like see the supernatural thing beneath the surface?
Let it out, I think.
No, it's a faction move.
Oh, faction. Oh, investigate.
Investigate as a power.
Yeah, I want to do that.
All right. This place used to belong to someone in the Wild faction, so let's roll with Wild. So yeah. Madison Chambers was part of Wild, so.
The city.
So, do you have the role for your party link?
No, I don't. Where does it live?
It is on the NPC sheet. I cannot pronounce shit. And I posted it on the chat now.
Amazing.
So
I'm just waiting for it to load. Sorry. I have an old
It's
Mac
fine.
that has thoughts.
all right. All right.
Has its own thoughts, huh?
But while that's going on, can you tell us how you investigated while avoiding the police? I guess.
Oh, that's a really good point. I think she's kind of looking like the devil's in the details, right? Like every unnatural group has its own little tells, and she's been around a lot of unnaturals. So, like, if I were in Toronto, I would know the neighborhood based on the architecture and the little things people put outside that kind of tell me about what culture they're coming from. She's kind of doing the same, but looking for like, okay, well, Fae normally grow these things around their house because those are good for Fae. So that's kind of what she's doing.
All right. And that is a 7 plus your wild, which is -1. Ooh,
Ooh.
miss on the table. Nothing particular in the miss. All right.
Yeah, it's a 6.
I'm going to hold that thought. Amanda, what are you doing?
I mean, of course, I'm still like, I'm like in a state of confusion. Like, I don't know. I don't think that London's like given me the full story yet, and so I feel like I'm just like keep asking her questions. Like, I keep asking her like, what do I not know that I'm supposed to know? Like, why are you keeping me like all these secrets from me? You know, like, because I feel like that's kind of like a big chunk of like our quarrels and like our relationship. It's just like she knows stuff that I don't, that's supposed to like help me with like my hunting stuff, you know. And so I feel like I'm just like annoyed and confused because I just left like my parents just like running the whole restaurant by themselves. So do you think I can put a name to a face if like I've interacted with Allison? Is that too late, or
That's it when you meet new people and you have to figure out who they are, I think. So
it says when you put a face to a name or vice versa? Does that mean that I can put a
Face to a
name
name.
to a face? Yeah. Does
so
that still work or no?
that's if someone mentions a name and then you try to think, oh, have I seen this person before?
Okay.
I'm not sure if that applies in this situation because you're just asking London, like pestering her with questions about what's going on. Right.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just like look around and see what's up and like what's weird about it, and like try to look if there's any like supernatural presence, not explicitly from the house, but like the people that are around the I don't know, maybe the cops or like some like pedestrians, because I'm imagining it's like in the like wee hours of the night, or like it's getting late, and so I'm trying to figure out if I see people that belong there that are there, you know.
So, so you are also trying to investigate a place of power, or not sure?
But I don't think.
Like looking around, and I'm not. Anyways, sorry. I was distracted by something. But let's go back to actually, let's say because of you guys spending some time around the building, trying to look around. It took a bit of time, and I guess you will see Gus and Alejandro at least show up. I'm not sure if Victor will come with, but
I mean, if I'm needed, I'll go. I don't have anything else going on.
all right.
Of course, come on.
Do I know Victor's back?
Do you know Victor's back?
I think she would have to unless Amanda was keeping it a secret, because Amanda's the one that found me.
That's true.
Unless Amanda has some reason to keep it a secret.
I think, you know what?
How much of a bitch is she?
I'll keep it a secret from her. I don't know why yet, but I'll just keep it a secret from her.
So yeah, apparently everyone's a bitch. Okay.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
What does Victor look like right now? Like, you sort of described him in life, but what does he look like in death? Can you tell the difference? Like, when Amanda found you, was it obvious that you weren't fully human, or like did you just look like you?
Well, I was wrapped in an oriental rug that was heavily taped. So I would have, and in the water, so I would have been dead. I mean, she can tell based on context that I shouldn't be alive. Probably also that I'm not breathing and stuff. Like, I mean, Victor doesn't even really 100% understand what's happening to him, but it should be obvious to somebody that he's not alive.
So
he's undead, essentially.
That might be a reason to keep it secret.
But he doesn't look undead because he was strangled, so he doesn't look like there's no damage to him. Like there's no obvious like wounds or anything. So
is there anything covering your his neck?
Yeah, he has a big old slave collar on.
Oh, okay.
Does he walk around with the slave collar?
Sure does.
All right then.
And a leather harness too.
All right then. So yeah, that's gonna be the thing. London, you see your ex-boyfriend who you thought was dead according to Amanda, and Alejandro and Gus walking towards you, or at least the house. What do you do?
I thought I thought I'm keeping it a secret from her. No, I thought I.
No, but they were going to the house.
Okay.
So London, you see this happening.
I'm gonna take a picture with my cell phone and kind of run away. Or like go to the other side of the house. I don't know. That's not normal.
All right. Indeed. I'm
act busy over there.
So yeah, Team Gus or Alejandro or Victor, you see London run away, but you're more concerned about the house at this point, I assume, right?
If she's running away from the house, is she carrying anything?
No.
Like, does she have a gun or a weapon, or does she look dangerous?
It's your ex.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I don't know who she is.
All right, you have lost memory.
I'll make this extra exciting. I don't know who she is.
Oh my god.
I hope there's somebody running away from the house suspiciously.
Oh my god. All right. So what do you do?
Well, like I said, I mean, unless she looks dangerous, I'll let her run away. But yeah.
She just took a picture and ran away. So
I guess Victor would turn to Papa Alejandro. Do you know who that is? A kind of gesture.
Yeah, she's just some girl with the internet blog or something. I don't know. She's always at these types of things.
I feel like I'm also like I'm just following London right away because I'm
So now there's two people running away from the scene. Okay, this is getting really suspicious. Although
Like,
I know who Amanda is.
Yeah, and I feel like we locked eyes, and just like, and I'm trying to tell you, it's like, don't do anything weird, and that's what I'm trying to like communicate with you with my eyes. I don't know if you got that, but I just booked it with Amanda, trying to like talk sense into her.
All right. So, going, you see the police people, Gus. This is a restricted area, and they give you the blah 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 of why you shouldn't be here. And I assume you tell them why you should be here.
Yes, I say I show them my ID, which is just we don't have a city name yet, do we? But which is just a Forsaken City driver's license.
Yes.
But I show it to them like it should be something important because, from my perspective, it is. They should damn well know who I am, at least by name, if not by face. And I say to them, you should have gotten a call. You should be expecting me.
Yes. Come in. And
I thought it would be. Okay. I gesture to Alejandro and Victor to come in, and we walk up. I walk in.
all right. So it's not that lit up. It like this happened, and it is nighttime now. So this happened sometime around the night before at basically while she was sleeping. The body it's been taken to forensics. However, there you can look around if you like. Would you like to?
Yeah, look around a little bit and go, oh, I sense many bad spirits here. There's very much going on.
All Victor's doing is looking at pictures and trying to figure out if any of them need to be killed, any of these people. He's like, do I know this person? No. Goes to the next one. Do I know this person? No. Looks at the wall. Do I know this person? No.
Put a name to a face.
You want me to? Okay.
Yes, that is exactly what you're doing.
All right.
Their faction, let me figure out a faction for them. I think you need to figure out their faction. Faction for them is Night.
Night is 1 for me. All right, let's see if I can do this. That looks like an 8.
All right.
I did that right. I haven't used this roll for your party before, so
Yes.
I think I figured it out.
All right. You see one of the pictures. You recognize the person because it's part of your call. It's Claiborne.
Okay, so I have a move related to my call that maybe I should be using instead of that, because I can ask my demon if that person's in my call.
Oh, you know that this person particularly is in your call, at least the one in the picture. It's just, and you needed to put a face to name because, or name to a face in this case, because you know the name you of the person in the call, and you saw this face and you needed to put them together. But yeah, this is Claiborne, who is part of your call.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the picture has them in very amicable terms with the police commissioner, Allison Chambers.
I will turn to. I assume that Papa Alejandro is nearby. Do you know this person? I'll point at the picture of Claiborne.
Who are you asking?
Don't recognize him.
We must learn more about this sheriff. She knows someone who must be destroyed.
And
She
since
knows this person, on a point again. Claiborne.
we are running out of time, I would like to end the session here.
Mhm.
We're not going to do end of session because it was like 30 minutes less or 1 hour less. But I would like to do quick roses and thorns if you guys are okay with it, okay? Starting with thorns, I could have probably organized myself better, I think. It's just, I'm not sure because character creation was also a thing, so I don't know. Anyone else have any thorns?
Yeah, I mean, just sort of not about you organizing yourself. I thought actually it was plenty organized, but I think that just in terms of thinking about the amount of time character creation would take versus the rest of the session, like.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred to do all that stuff ahead of time. I mean, as much as we can, like putting in our moves and all that stuff would have been cool.
Yeah, and I apologize. I thought the message was sent, but somehow it wasn't. So that it was also a technical issue. Quick roses. I like the bitchy characters. Holy fuck.
I'm really excited to play mine. I truly wasn't really caught me off guard to play really. I think Amanda is gonna be really annoying.
Yeah.
So.
I love the relationships that have been established already. Like, I think we did a good job putting that together so that as play continues, like, we'll be able to play off each other.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing where it goes.
Yeah. The only other thing that I'm concerned about is London, since Kate is not gonna be here. How are you gonna log that?
So the next Monday I have a breakout meeting. Because for those of you who don't know, I have a con in 2 weekends I'm running. And the week after it's great. The week after that, it will be the Monday after breakout. So like it's possible I could be here, but it's also like I will have just run a con.
Yeah, and then you said you have something else on the last.
I mean, it's another game. I can see if I can move that. So I could potentially make the last two. I just can't make next week because I have to go to a breakout meeting.
All right, we'll discuss that in more detail later.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, thank you all for coming, especially Kate, since it was last minute and stuff. But yay, we got to play together. So all of us, because I haven't played with any of you before. So.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. This is really great. I'm very excited about this going forward.
All right.
It's been amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Good night.
Good
I will
night.
stop the broadcast now.